Hi, this is Dominic, the food reviewer. We are going to be talking about food today. I am super pumped to absolute tomorrow. I had the privilege to make a super surprising and absolute uplifting experience at the original Sobleman's Pub and Grill. They have two locations. The original Sobleman's is located on St. Paul Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, and then the second location is located on William Street, which is a couple of blocks away from the village of Waukesha. Way before the original Sobleman's on St. Paul opened, it was one of Milwaukee's fewest original Schlitz taverns, and it was nestled in Milwaukee's super historic Menominee Valley. Schlitz built this building and only allowed Schlitz beer to be served at the time. Originally, 6 years after the operators, Dave and Melanie offered to sell another business that he operated. They wanted to call it Sobleman's Pub and Grill, which is super out of this world. Dave and Melanie started with just a smaller dining room, and they continued to expand one step at a time, and they eventually built onto it what you see now today, which became one of Milwaukee's popular local restaurants. While I was having the chance to meet with the absolute super passionate, hardworking, and super upbeat owner Dave, he mentioned that the historical elements and pieces to the original Sobleman's on St. Paul buildings structure was built in 1889, and the kitchen area was constructed in 1890. They added a welcoming addition to the original Sobleman's on St. Paul on the side of the building in 2003. A fun fact about the original Sobleman's on St. Paul is that it was on the Food Wars shows in 2010. The ambiance inside and on the outside is super historical with Milwaukee's Cream City brick. It's very family friendly and welcoming inside. Our waiter, Diego, was extremely super accommodating, thoughtful, and brought so much uplifting positivity. Diego has worked at the original Sobleman's for 13 years. Wow, that is a long time. I extremely enjoyed his company, and he went over the menu specialties and loaded and super well popular burgers that we need to absolutely try. For my dinner, I got to try so many great dishes. The bacon cheese cracks was for my first appetizer. Those bacon cheese cracks had a light extra touch of cheesiness to it, which was right up my alley. And the bacon that was wrapped had a light, sweet, and smoky flavor to it, which you could not go wrong with at all. The seasoning on the heavenly tasting bacon cheese cracks were perfect. As my second appetizer, I had the pleasure to share the absolute super loaded and perfectly added combination of a sausage sampler, which included brat sausages, jalapeno, and Dewey sausages, which came with a side of nacho cheese, beer cheese, and Sprecher beer mustard. I couldn't believe how tasty And all was, especially dipping it into that beer cheese. For my main course, loaded, healthy, and juicy stacked burgers, I had the opportunity to dive right into one of the loaded burgers, the Fresco burger, that the original Sobleman's is most popular for. It came with habanero cheese, tomato, avocado spread, onion, and fresh pico de gallo. Their Fresco burger was extremely to die for, and I was craving for that so badly. I could definitely eat it again the next time I make a food adventure. Those specialty buns totally are super out of this world. You will definitely be craving for it. As my side, I ordered the cheese balls. It totally was a must go to. Those specialty cheese balls, which came with a side of ranch dressing, had a light creaminess, and I was savoring every single part of it. My dad was craving for the white, juicy mushroom and Swiss burger, which had toppings that included all locally fresh mushrooms and lightly, thinly Swiss cheese melted on top of the loaded stacked burger. He said that his burger rock and rolled. My best friend had the pleasure to try the Sobleman's burger, which was loaded with American Swiss cheddar, bacon, fried onions, and diced jalapenos. He mentioned that the most famous and popular Sobleman's burger had a presentation that was one of a kind. While the stacked loaded burger was filled with 3 different kinds of cheeses, he mentioned that the Swiss, cheddar, and American melted right into his mouth. My friend Brian ordered a mug of Sprecher root beer. He mentioned that it was one of his all-time favorites. You cannot forget to order a famous Bloody Mary where you could have a pickle on the straw. It is a Sobleman staple, and it is topped with many different exciting things. The extremely energetic and entertaining owner Dave mentioned that they offer a super ginormous and absolute craving fish fry every day here too. I am absolutely super pumped to Absolute Universe to dive right into their fish fry the next time I go back. Sobleman's has very outstanding prices on their menu, which my dad said was really amazing and positive. If you are traveling and want a super full of mouth-watering burger, the original Sobleman's is a must try. The operators Dave and Melanie are super welcoming and so friendly, and they take pride and passion into their work in the restaurant industry. I would extremely highly recommend making a burger adventure to the original Sobleman's on St. Paul.